High in the mountains, nestled among peaks and clouds, lay Baraka. The village was a tapestry of emerald terraces and shimmering mosaics. It was a place where windcatchers hummed ancient songs and gardens overflowed with blessings. But a shadow had fallen upon Baraka. The sun beat down relentlessly, and the rains had forgotten their way.
To care for the earth is to care for ourselves.
12-year-old Zahra, her emerald hijab a splash of colour against the dusty landscape, knelt in her grandmother's garden. The once vibrant flowers drooped, their petals parched and brittle. Zahra remembered her grandmother's words. A single tear traced a path down Zahra's cheek, a silent plea for rain. Zahra missed her grandmother dearly. She was a wellspring of wisdom, her stories filled with jinn and enchanted creatures. One creature in particular held a special place in Zahra's heart, the Hoopoe bird, a messenger of hope and guidance.
Look for the Hoopoe, Zahra, for it carries whispers of wisdom on its wings.
Clutching her grandmother's worn Quran, Zahra sought solace in its pages. As she read, a gentle breeze rustled the leaves of a nearby fig tree. A single iridescent feather, touched with hues of the setting sun, drifted down and landed at her feet. Zahra's heart quickened. Could this be a sign? Zahra followed the feather as it danced on the wind, leading her through the heart of the village and towards the ancient mosque. Its minarets, adorned with intricate tilework, reached for the heavens like a prayer. The air hummed with a strange energy, guiding Zahra towards the mosque's library. Inside, the scent of aged parchment and sandalwood filled the air. Sunlight streamed through stained glass windows, painting the room in a kaleidoscope of colours.
This place feels different.
Zahra's gaze fell upon a book, its cover glowing softly. It was a Quran, older than any she had ever seen, its pages filled with luminous calligraphy. As Zahra touched the book, it opened to a passage, its words shimmering with an ethereal light. The prophecy spoke of a celestial spring, hidden deep within the whispering desert, guarded by a benevolent jinn.
When the land thirsts and hope dwindles, a heart pure and true shall find the celestial spring and restore life to the land.
A feeling of determination welled within Zahra. She knew what she had to do. She would find the celestial spring and save her village. But she couldn't do it alone. She needed help. Zahra sought out her friend Amir, a boy known for his timidity, but also his kind heart. She found him tending to his family's goats, his brow furrowed with worry.
Amir, we need to save our village.
Amir was hesitant at first, but Zahra's conviction was contagious. He knew the stories of the whispering desert, of its scorching sands and mischievous creatures, yet the plight of their village weighed heavily on his heart. With a deep breath, Amir agreed to join Zahra on her quest. As they prepared for their journey, a sly grin spread across Amir's face.
I know someone who can help us,
he said, disappearing into a nearby grove of date palms. He emerged moments later, a mischievous glint in his eye, followed by a sleek desert fox with eyes as bright as the stars.
This is Fennec. He knows the desert like the back of his paw.
With provisions packed and hearts filled with a mix of hope and trepidation, Zahra, Amir and Fennec set off into the whispering desert. The sun beat down mercilessly and the sand shimmered under its intense gaze. The journey ahead would be long and arduous, but Zahra was determined. She carried the weight of her village on her small shoulders, and she would not be deterred. The whispering desert was a place of stark beauty and unforgiving challenges. Towering sand dunes stretched towards the horizon, their crests sculpted by the wind into ever-changing shapes. The air shimmered with heat, and mirages danced on the horizon, taunting travelers with the promise of water. Zahra, Amir and Fennec pressed onward, their steps growing heavier with each passing hour. The sun beat down relentlessly, testing their resolve. Zahra recited verses from the Quran, her voice a soothing balm in the face of adversity. Amir shared stories of his grandfather's adventures, his words tinged with both fear and excitement.
My grandfather once told me about a hidden spring.
Fennec, ever alert, led them along hidden paths, sniffing out hidden springs and guiding them towards patches of shade. He communicated through a series of barks, yips, and the occasional playful nip at their heels. Despite the harshness of their surroundings, a bond of friendship grew between the three travellers. One evening, as the sky blazed with the colours of the setting sun, they stumbled upon an oasis. Palm trees swayed gently, their fronds casting long shadows across a crystal-clear pool of water. Amir rushed towards it, his thirst overwhelming his caution.
Water.
Wait, it could be a mirage.
Zahra cried out, her heart pounding.
Zahra, what do we do now?
Amir froze, his hand hovering over the shimmering water. He looked to Zahra, his eyes wide with uncertainty.
Amir, stay calm. Let's think this through.
Fennec, sensing danger, let out a low growl, his fur on end. As they hesitated, the wind picked up, swirling around them, whispering secrets in a language they couldn't understand.
Do you hear that, Zahra? It's like the wind is trying to tell us something.
Suddenly a voice, deep and resonant, echoed through the desert.
Patience, young travelers, patience is a virtue.
The mirage rippled and faded, revealing a narrow canyon, its walls carved with intricate patterns. The voice seemed to emanate from the very rocks themselves.
Who's there?
Amir squeaked, his voice barely a whisper.
Fear not, I am the canyon of patience, and I hold within me the wisdom of ages.
The canyon walls resonated with a low hum, and as Zahra listened closely, she realized it was a song of resilience and endurance. The song spoke of the desert's harsh beauty, of its unforgiving nature and the lessons it taught. It spoke of the importance of patience, of trusting in a plan greater than themselves.
Amir, listen. It's like the desert itself is guiding us.
As Zahra listened, a sense of peace washed over her. She realized that the desert was not their enemy, but a teacher, guiding them towards their destiny. Following the Canyon of Patience's melodic guidance, the trio emerged into a hidden valley. Date palms swayed gently, their leaves rustling like whispers in the breeze. A spring gurgled merrily, its water sparkling like 1,000 diamonds. And there, amidst the lush greenery, stood a figure unlike any they had ever seen. It was a jinn, but not a fearsome one as stories often portrayed. This jinn radiated warmth and kindness. Its form shimmered like heat haze, taking the shape of a wizened old man with eyes that twinkled like the stars. A long white beard flowed down to his waist, and he leaned gently on a gnarled staff.
Welcome, travelers. I am Nur, guardian of this humble oasis.
No, we seek the celestial spring. Our village is dying and we need your help.
Nur smiled kindly, his eyes filled with understanding.
The celestial spring is a gift, young Zahra, but it is not easily earned. You must prove yourselves worthy of its blessings. Tend to these trees, nurture them with care and respect, and you shall find what you seek.
Zahra, Amir, and even the mischievous Fennec dedicated themselves to caring for Nur's oasis. They watered the thirsty date palms, cleared away debris, and sang songs of gratitude to the earth. Days turned into weeks, and with each passing day their bond with the oasis and with Nur grew stronger. One cool evening, as the sky blazed with the colours of the setting sun, Nur called them to him.
You have shown great kindness and dedication. You have learned the true meaning of stewardship. Now I shall guide you to the celestial spring.
He led them through a hidden passage, a narrow winding tunnel that seemed to hum with ancient energy. The air grew heavy with the scent of wildflowers and the sound of rushing water. Finally, they emerged into a vast cavern, its ceiling glittering with thousands of bioluminescent insects. And there, in the center of the cavern, cascading down a moss-covered cliff, was the celestial spring. Its water shimmered with an otherworldly glow, and as it crashed into the pool below, it created a melody that resonated deep within their souls. But guarding the spring, its massive form carved from the very rock of the mountain, was a rock, its eyes burning with ancient wisdom. The rock, its wingspan wider than any bird Zahra could imagine, turned its majestic head towards them. Its eyes, deep pools of ancient wisdom, seemed to pierce through them, reading their very souls. Zahra's hand instinctively went to the pouch at her side, clutching the last date seed from her grandmother's garden.
We have come for the celestial spring. Our village is dying, and we need its life-giving waters.
The rock tilted its head, a low rumble emanating from its chest, shaking the very cavern walls.
The celestial spring is a gift, but it comes at a price. What are you willing to sacrifice?
Zahra's heart pounded in her chest. She knew what she had to do. This seed, a symbol of her grandmother's love and legacy, was her most prized possession. But the needs of her village outweighed her own. With trembling hands, she held out the seed, an offering of hope and faith.
I offer this, the last seed from my grandmother's garden, a symbol of our commitment to nurture and protect the gift you bestow upon us.
The rock lowered its head, its beak gently taking the seed from Zahra's outstretched hand. A low, rumbling sound, a sound of approval, echoed through the cavern. The rock spread its wings, creating a gust of wind that whipped through the cavern. The air crackled with energy, and the celestial spring seemed to surge with renewed life. Water flowed freely from the spring, cascading down the rocks and filling the cavern with a sound like 1,000 whispers of hope.
Your sacrifice has been accepted. Return to your village, and may the celestial spring bring life and prosperity to your land.
Zahra, Amir and Fennec wasted no time. They filled their canteens with the glowing water, their hearts overflowing with gratitude. With a final, grateful glance at the rock, they made their way back through the hidden passage. News of their return spread through the village like wildfire. People gathered in the village square, their faces etched with a mix of hope and disbelief as Zahra, Amir and Fennec recounted their tale. The celestial spring, once a legend whispered in hushed tones, was now a tangible reality. Under Zahra's guidance, they planted the date seed in the heart of the village, and as if by magic, the skies opened and rain, long absent, poured down upon the parched land. The village erupted in cheers, their voices mingling with the sound of the rain, a symphony of hope and renewal. The celestial spring, a symbol of faith and stewardship, flowed through their lives, nourishing their crops and their spirits. And so, the village of Baraka thrived once more, a testament to the power of faith, courage, and the unwavering belief in the delicate balance between humanity and nature. The story of Zahra, the young girl who dared to venture into the whispering desert, became a beacon of hope, reminding them that even in the face of adversity, even in the driest of deserts, the seeds of hope, nurtured with kindness and faith, can blossom into a future filled with life and promise.